What up, vlog? We're here at the airport, DTW, actually doing a quick event this morning at the Westin at the hotel. Then gotta get a flight out to LA, where I'll see you later.
I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument.
What up? I feel like I've been in the airplane all day. All right, vlog, here we are. We are in Irvine, California. We are at UC Irvine, I believe. We just went to a Starbucks after we went to a, I don't know if you've ever heard of this establishment, Chipotle. I saw one out here and I thought, oh gosh, I should try that. I've never heard of that in the last 3 days. I love Chipotle. I like it because I was so hungry. I wanted to get something in the airport, but my connection was a little tight. You actually, if you saw me, it wasn't quite a run, but it was, there was that like awkward hustle, like, does he have to go to the bathroom or is he just running late? It was actually a little bit of both. I did have to go to the bathroom and I felt like I was running late, but I try not to be the like, I mean, we all, if you travel enough, you all have that time, that experience when you got to get your hustle on in the parking lot. We are currently in the parking lot. When you got to get your hustle on in the airport. Basically, I'm continuing to talk more because if I keep talking to you, then there's less time for me to practice, because practicing is one of the most challenging things. So last week you were with us in Detroit when we were doing Disrupt HR Detroit. So now we're doing Disrupt HR Orange County. Really hoping to see LC and Spencer while I'm out here. I guess that's Laguna Beach. That's gotta be close by, right? Laguna Beach, Orange County. LC, where are you? So now is exciting because it's like you've already given the presentation. Even though it's short, this is one of the hardest things I've ever had to prepare for. And so here I am. I've not run through it quite like I ran through it for Detroit, but I'm more confident in the content. And so, at least for me, and I'm sure that other performers or other speakers will maybe have a different, it's like this balance of, okay, I feel like it's inside of me, I feel sharp with it, but I don't want to get too rehearsed, because then I get so caught up in, ooh, I gotta say this and I gotta say that, versus just being present in that moment, knowing the flow and the big idea that I'm trying to go with. Kind of goes back to New York City with Michael and Amy Port, that precision on that practice and just being razor sharp. And so I've felt convicted to get sharper, to be more precise, to practice with more intentionality. They gave us 7 steps, which I thought were genius, and one of which is just to read it out loud. And it is crazy, you know, putting together content all the time and then preparing for this last week and putting the content together, and you think, oh, this is good, and then I read it out loud and you're like, oh god, and then you read it out loud and then it's good, and then you do an actual practice on it and then you're like, oh my god, it's horrible. But it's that refining that allows us to arrive at this point where I am procrastinating practicing. Also too, this new iPhone, which I tried the gold out, don't think I'm gonna keep it. Because it's got glass on both sides. Those of you that maybe had the iPhone 10, you're more, I don't know where to put it because it just keeps sliding. Because you don't get this beautiful phone and put a case on it. It's kind of fancy. I think I'm gonna take the gold back, go with the black maybe. Boring. Enough talking about the phone. I gotta practice. I got this quad shot of iced espresso here just waiting for me to take me up to a new level.
Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my CEO. Ooh, the master of my CEO. Ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took to me, shook at me, feeling me, singing from heartache. From the
but when it comes to work, how do we find our way if we're lost? if we're a little bit out of alignment, how do we get back on track? Well, let me give you an example. October 1st, 2009 was my first day at the CPA firm. I walked in with one goal, partner in 10 years, no matter what it takes. And I knew I had what it takes because in 5 years, I got my 4-year college degree. I was committed. But then all of a sudden, I started to get frustrated. I started to not love my job. And in school, they said, auditing will be fun. And so then I'm auditing, and turns out it wasn't fun. And so when you're frustrated, what do? You dig in. I joined a gym. I started to work out. Now contractually, I can't tell you what gym it was, but they're on this planet and they're all about fitness. And so I stayed later at work. I went in earlier. I even auto-scheduled emails to go out at 11:30 p.m. to show how committed I was. A partner in the firm said, Josh, stay for 7 years and you can do some cool stuff. 7, I'm just trying to make it till Friday at 5 o'clock. 7. So here I am lost, disengaged like 70% of today's workforce. Confused, frustrated. Jen got a tingly feeling from the numbers matching. She got immense satisfaction. Me, same role, same job, I would get pissed because it just meant I did 4 days of work with no new results. So now fast forward a lot of years out of the Institute, we have this contextual model called the employee brain that helps us structure our research. And so we started to think, gosh, in the employee brain, there is this idea of the tingly feeling, and how does it show up? And we started to see that the tingly feeling, when that happens at work, it releases dopamine and oxytocin inside the system, creating reward, motivation, excitement, better lunch choices, because that's one of the most important things. And then we started to say, well, if we have direction, could somebody who's frustrated, who's disengaged, use the tingly feeling to get back on track? Could we get a model that could help somebody in their day-to-day?
Counted all your aces, you ain't winning. Your phone book full of numbers, staring names. All them vain decisions keep you jaded. You could have found the one, but you won't.
I almost, and so the other thing I thought too is like right in the beginning is like it's what you don't say. And then you like rush right in, and I feel like right in the beginning that's like the beautiful opportunity to say it's what you don't say.
And then be like not saying.
And then you're modeling, you're like really modeling that, which means that whole like second, third, fourth slide is going to shift a little bit because you're going to need a couple seconds for that, and for them to then, oh, it's what you don't, oh, this is happening right now. What? You would definitely go broke.
I loved your speaking.
Thank you.
It was so nice.
A little bit fun?
It was so fun. Thank you.
You're very welcome. What up, vlog? Maybe he's got gout.
That's true.
Because gout hurts. All right, vlog, what up? We just finished. It's 12:11 Eastern Standard Time. We were out of the house at, I'd like to think 5:30, but I was up at 5. It was a little late out of the house today, and then we hit traffic. Traffic at like 6 in the morning, it shouldn't be that way, but it was. Why are we talking about traffic? That is depressing. But we just finished up the event tonight. Some great speakers, some new content, some new ideas. I learned a couple of things, met a couple of companies that are doing incredible things with their people. Excited to share those things with you in episodes forward. Gonna go get In-N-Out, maybe, probably not, but it's just the ideal of In-N-Out. You know, you're here, you don't have In-N-Out back home. Gonna get some rest tonight and get back at it tomorrow. All right, that's all the dancing you're getting tonight. See ya.
Aren't you glad to meet me?